Hello, welcome to Krafting Kitty. My name is Erin and it is Saturday, which means it's time for my weekly roundup. Yeah! So what is my weekly roundup? Basically, I forgot my book. Okay, we go through my week in crafting and sometimes we talk about the book I'm reading. Again, I forgot it, so we won't talk about that today. If you're curious, I'm reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue and I'm enjoying it. I've heard people either, it's kind of a love or a hate book. I'm really liking it. So in my week in crafting, we talk about my whips, works in progress, and FO's finished objects. I do have a finished object on the week, but no, I'm sorry, I can't show it because it's in my car, which means I have finished one of Brian's socks. What? Yes, I have finished a sock. One of the Christmas socks that Bingo decided she wanted me to make in September. Well, I mean, it's only 4 pairs of socks, and admittedly 2 of them are children's socks. The kids' socks are done. I started working on Brian since his will be the biggest because he wants tall socks. And then hopefully I can eke mine out at the end. So, cross your fingers for me, peeps. I need it. So, no finished objects this week, but that's okay. Last week I forgot to show you this. I am making the original pickle jar cowl from the pickle jar kit from Aberdeen Wools. This is Tangled Poets hand-dyed micro minis. So each mini is about 5 grams, about 23 yards. And big news, I have started the penultimate micro mini. After I finish this mini, I will have, and I'm about half done with it, I will have just one more mini left to add. And here we go. So that's the one I finished. Frankly, I finished this while I was, I think, editing last week's video. Then I started the kind of tonal blues. And here we are. I think maybe calling this a cowl is a bit of a misnomer. Maybe it's more of an infinity scarf. But it is so fun. I absolutely love how kind of crazy, kooky, but also how well the yarns kind of go together. You know, like I see different stories in it, and that makes me happy. So yeah, I am nearing completion on that. No promises, but there is a chance next week this will be done. I keep forgetting, and I got some questions. This is a cowl infinity scarf thing I made following the crumpled griddle stitch tutorial from Daisy Farm Crafts, and I used Big Twist Prism yarn. I don't know what colorway, and I don't know, I did have some left over, but I don't know where the remainder ball went. So I can't tell you what color, but that's what this is. And then this one is a kit from, it's the wool company in Wyoming, Mountain Meadow Wools. It is the CNC cowl. It's using a bamboo wool blend, and it was so much fun. That was fun. This is knit, this is crochet. That hat is the mascot. It is the, oh, it was like teardrops, icy tears, something like that hat from Bod Hatapalooza. It is ridiculously large. I don't think I can properly donate it. Some of you have suggested I add a handle and make a little bag. I could very much do that. But it's also kind of fun to just have one of the ridiculous foible projects as kind of a mascot for the channel. So there you go. That's the mannequins, or the dress forms, whatever you want to call them. Alrighty, what other whips do I have? Okay, let's start with a whip you have not seen before, but you're going to say, Erin, that's awfully finished for a whip we haven't seen. That is because this is the project that used to live in the basement, but I am just not going to the basement with the kids in school. So it has sat there and languished, and I was hoping to make this for Bingo to wear this fall at school. So I need to finish this ASAP. It's a drops design pattern that Linda Lit Knits suggested for this yarn when she picked it out, because if you remember, the kids each picked out a £1+ yarn from Joann's. Chomps picked out a varsity red, and he got a freeform sweater I made for him. And then Bingo wanted pure white. And Lit Knits sent me this. It's a Drops Design Atlantica. And it's a girls kind of mesh cardigan. I am not going to put buttons on it. So it's going to, you can see the buttonholes there and the buttons on the project. So it's going to be more of a hang open cardigan for little Miss Bingo. But there we go. It is a very odd, strange construction, but I've got the back and the 2 side panels done, and I have completely finished one arm and sewed up the side, and now I'm working on the second arm. I have this just pinched together with a stitch marker, so I know that's where it will connect. So because then you work it flat, but then you can sew it together as one clean line. But that helps me match when I'm sewing it together. My camera is flashing red at me. I have to change the battery. One moment. Yeah, it's just, all you're doing is making chains and connecting them. So I should pretty quickly have this finished and have, you don't put any sort of cuff on the wrists or the bottom. So it's just this chains, but you do put a collar and front bands. What are they called? Oh, they're calling them button bands because they're adding buttons. Lapels, if you're not adding buttons. But there you go. It should be done. I really feel like there's a possibility this is completed next week and she can start wearing it to school. Because she loves her dresses and she's going to want to wear them all year round, which, I mean, at her age, you can throw a pair of leggings under a dress, throw a little cardi on top, and she will be just fine and frankly look adorable. So there you go. I got that whip. Let's talk about one you have seen. This is my socks. Again, this is another Bingo project. I'm just making her some regular vanilla socks. I have completed the little heel flap and I'm working on the turn. So that's where I am there. This is using Trilogy yarn I got from one of their mystery boxes. And it's just a pattern in my head. Here's the other sock that it will match when I'm done. So fun, 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 fun. Hopefully I'll get some work going on that and it'll get done soon. Like I said, I'm getting a little burned out on socks, having 2 socks going at the same time. So when I finish that one, I'm going to give socks a break here until I finish all of the holiday socks. And then we'll revisit the sock situation. What else do I have? Okay, we will talk about my year of amigurumi. So I've been trying, this was going to be my year of amigurumi. I was going to work on amigurumi all the time. I have been making everything from this book. It's Crochet Cute Critters from Sarah Zimmerman. She is Repeat Crafter Me here on YouTube. And basically I pick 2 and the kids get to decide who gets which stuffy amigurumi, and I make it. The kids tell me what colors and they get to pick like their eyes and all of that, and I go forth and try to make it as best I can. I am up to Iggy the iguana, which means I am roughly halfway through the book. There we go. So this is for Chomps. Chomps wanted a striped iguana, and last week it was looking kind of sus, as the kids say. Or at least my kids still say. They're probably small enough that they haven't learned that that lingo is out. But, so last week I had just a body. Now I have a head, some eyes, and the spikes on the back. And thank you for telling me to stay the course. I am seeing iguana now. It is pretty cute. I have started the legs, but not very far on legs at all. So again, next week we could have a pretty big list of dunzos, because if all I have to make is 4 legs, that's not bad. That's not bad. Hello, I need to pop back in real quick, so this is going to be out of order and look a little funny, but I forgot when I was talking about my iguana that Lisa shared some pictures of her iguanas she has made from the same book, and they are adorable. So I asked her if I could share the pictures, but she wanted to assure me that her bodies looked similar at that point. So we have confirmation from someone who has done the pattern multiple times, as you're seeing, that it does. That is how the body looks, and it turns out just beautifully. Also, I am very, very sure I'm probably going to steal that idea of adding the spikes to a hat. It's a fabulous idea. Okay, so now back to the rest of the video. I looked up my phone because I want to look up the name of this pattern. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Heather, I'm going to have to finish watching your video later. No. Don't start playing. Don't start playing. Okay. Phew. Okay. I'm looking this up. Okay, this is the Irish Emeralds cape that I'm working on. This is from Bonnie Bay Crochet. She has both knit and crochet patterns. This cowl infinity scarf is a prize for the Krafting Kitty Creator Spotlight that I still have to draw for, and I'm going to do my darndest to get that done ASAP. Today is cleaning day, so I gotta clean. But ASAP this weekend, it is a priority. Bonnie Bay Crochet is our November creator, so I try my best to make a project from the creator and have that be a giveaway item. So I'm making that cape. Hers is all a lovely green. It's kind of a Celtic weave crochet design. There you go. And if you've been so I finished the Celtic weave part. I'm starting the lace. It looks a mess. I'm hoping it evens out as I get further on the lace, because I'm only 2 rounds into the lace, so it hasn't really had time to develop yet. So if you've been watching my yarn management Mondays, I had shown this Black Friday cotton cake as a yarn I had really liked but wanted to find a use for, and this called for a Sport 2 yarn, so I grabbed it. I don't have quite the yardage she had. So she said she used 3 Premier balls of yarn, which had roughly 900 yards in it. I have 847 yards. So I am crossing my fingers that I can do it. But here is the colorway I'm using. So it has dark purple, moves to a light purple, moves to a beautiful sky blue, and then ends on kind of a mint. I thought this would look super cute, so I wanted to give it a go. See how it would look in a color changing cake. I'm loving it. My goal this week was to have all of the dark purple used. I did not. I'm on where it goes to 3 strands of the lighter purple and 1 strand of the dark purple. I'm close, but didn't quite get to the fully done with dark purple point. That one, she uses a way bigger crochet hook than I would normally like on that yarn, and it is a bit of a struggle at times. It's a 5.5 millimeter. And yeah, but that's okay. It's working up, I think, beautifully. I am a little jealous of who is going to win that. I thought the door was open for a second. What else do I have? I have the shell blanket I'm still working on. Look at it. I am so close to finishing off this pound of love in straw. And I'm so close to finishing the body of this. So next week, hopefully the body will be done and I will start working on the border. This is a shell stitch blanket from Joe to the World Creations. And it's a kind of a basic shell baby blanket. And what attracted me to the pattern was the border. So my sister has a friend who is having a baby very soon. So I need to get with her to see which blanket she wants to pick. But yeah, she started me on a kind of crusade to make a bunch of baby blankets. And I have this one, and then I had one other one planned, which of course I'm not going to finish in time for her to pick, but I have a plan, I have the yarn, I have the pattern. It's going to be made, and I'm going to fingers crossed that it's a size that I can donate to Boggy Creek. If I can't donate it to Boggy Creek, I'll hold on to it and either see if there is a opportunity to donate it locally or send it to like Rose or someone else who collects blankets throughout the year. Anyway, let's move on. I continued to work on the Simple Thing from Heathland Knits, Lamina Wrap. Where's the first page of the pattern? Come on, it's such a short pattern and I can't find the first page. There we go. So it's a knit, it's a very shallow triangle scarf shawl thing with an I-cord edge. I am using, I can't say it so I'm not going to, this beautiful sagey green yarn. There you go. So this is supposed to be the wrong side, but to me it's the side that the border looks the best on. Because here's the border on what's supposed to be the right side of the work. It looks not so fancy, but so that's kind of how I know which one is row 1 or 2. This is Soft Fun yarn. It's a 60/40 cotton acrylic DK. Oh, the colorway name is Moss. There you go, because I can't say the brand. Soft Fun. The cats are fighting. If it gets worse, I'm going to have to peek my head out. We have the newer cat, who's over a year old now, but we also have an older cat, and he tries to play with the older cat, and she is not so much into the rough and tumble plays anymore. She just wants to cuddle and sleep and get soft pets. The final project we'll talk about today, this pattern is getting so beat up by now, but that's okay. It's the Wrap Me Up sweater scarf, and this is why I started putting all of my patterns in the protectors, but this one never made it into a protector. Wrap Me Up sweater scarf from Knititude. This style scarf, sweater scarf thing, I have seen knit and crochet versions all over the place. This is a paid pattern. I purchased it through Ravelry. It came up to a little over $6 US. I am using, this is another one. I am so, all week I'm like, oh, I'm going to finish the yarn today. I'm going to finish the yarn today. I'm going to finish the yarn today. I am so close to finishing the first ball of the yarn. Don't fall off. Here's where I'm at. It's continuing to get bigger. Look at that beautiful sparkle. Oh, man. I am so ticked. Every time I work on this, I'm like, why, Hayfield, why did you discontinue this gorgeous, gorgeous yarn? But they did, and now we have to suffer. So this is Hayfield Bonus Glitter Extra Value Double Knitting. It's a 100-gram ball. I have searched high and low and cannot find this for sale anywhere. But if you're curious and you want to start your own search, this is shade 0222. There we go. It's 95% acrylic, 5% polyester. Made for Hayfield under license in Turkey. Well, if it's made in Turkey, oh, I've never purchased from Ice. And now so I've long wanted to, but that Ice order is going to be way down the line because of the whole yarn storage situation. Heather, you asked in your video if you wanted assurance that I got my own stickers. There's the Hawkins one, the rainbow. And then, there you go. There's my skate one. There you go. And then she, like I said in the note, the hopper one was one she sent as a free gift in the order. And when I saw it, hey, where do you go? I unplugged my power cord and now I gotta find the proper port again. Well, there you go. I'm trying to shove it in an USB port and it's not. Yeah, so the hopper for Hawkins was sent gratis, and very sweet, very kind. It was the seller. All the stickers came from the link you sent me, and yeah, I thought very nice stickers, very easy to work with. I thought it was fantastic. So that is where the hopper for Hawkins came from, and there you go. I thought it was meant for you. Other than that, like I said, I don't have my book, so we're not going to talk much about that other than I am enjoying it, and we will keep this a little shorter today, so hopefully I can get the cleaning done, which will give me more time to work on my other obligations, which I know exist, and I'm sorry. I say it well, not every month. Some months I'm on top of it, but, ooh! I was so good. So I'm proud of this. You'll see this probably, yeah, you'll see this tomorrow. I did order from the Hobby Black Friday sale. They had 2 new yarns that interest me, but I only bought 1 colorway of each to stick to my I can explore new yarns but at reasonable amounts. So normally if I ordered from Hobby, I'd be holding up 2 big bags, and I am very proud that this is all that I ordered. It certainly helped that Hobby is having free shipping to the US on all orders the month of November. So, free shipping. It made me very, very able to keep that a small order. And I'm proud of myself. Okay, so you will see that probably tomorrow. Okay, now I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.